Ejo Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land, forward and seek your future, development our goal, from vision to victory, the end is surely, stable democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity, from vision to victory, the end is surely, stable democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. Ejo bana Victory is our land. Victory is our land. JJ is a winner. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land, forward and secure future, development our goal, from vision to victory, the end is surely, stable democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity, from vision to victory, the end is surely, stable democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity, from vision to victory, the end is surely, stable democrat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The name is Kofi Asante Impari or Fifi Asante Impari. I hope we are well. Good evening to every one of you. Depending which part of the world you are, it might be morning, it might be afternoon, it might be evening. Yeah, so if I say good evening, it's to do with my locality. I hope we are all well. I hope we are all well. It's pretty late, isn't it? A bit late, almost 10 p.m. Greenwich Meridian time. But I'm going to do a video. There are a few videos that has to be done, and hence I'm going to actually do this broadcast. My title suggests exactly what I'm going to talk about tonight. You can see, as I said, this NPP, Akufo Addo, this NPP administration have gone nuts, and that is exactly what they're doing. They've totally lost it. They've lost the plot now. They've totally gone nuts. And tonight, I'm going to discuss one or two of actions that have led me to use the expressions nuts there. It's not an insult. It's definitely not an insult. So I believe people will not come back and say, oh, he's insulting, or he's not. It's not an insult. Definitely not an insult. If you look at the meaning of when we say somebody is gone nuts, it's not an insult. They've just gone extreme. It can be crazy. It can be extreme. To me, I'm using it in the content of extreme. And tonight as well, we'll be looking at the OSP, the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The second appointment of a special prosecutor by this Akufo Addo Bawumia government is also not going down well. It's not going down well. A special prosecutor is being frustrated. He's being harassed by his own people who appointed him. So we're going to have a look at that and read into the meaning of the press conference that was held by the special prosecutor. Also tonight, we'll be looking at Esla Osi, communication, or in charge of communication. Yes, Esla Osi. Esla Osi she's something else. She is absolutely something else. That is all I can say at the moment. And furthermore, we'll be looking at the Northern Regional Minister. He's also not stopping. I don't know what is wrong with this NPP administration. It seems like there are no elders at home. They are all losing it. Every single one of them, they're all losing it. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So before we do that, one sec, let me pull something here. Let's listen to the special prosecutor.
A murderer will boldly walk to court to seek an injunction. Should I feel frustrated and resign? I took an oath. But there is doom looming ahead of us. That very soon, a murderer will boldly walk to court to seek an injunction. Should I feel frustrated and resign? I took an oath when I was sworn in. And in my life, when I take on the reins to do something, I do it to the best of my ability. Those who do not understand tree, please forgive me. They say I'm a unkwanoma. Me de me cry abo afore. Me ye de me to me. Emre so a ekọ.
You heard the special prosecutor there speaking in P or CCCA why ankwa anoma or the nekra abo afore or yenea or betimi ne breswa na oko. That speaks volumes. We told you so. Kisi Ejaben, we told you. When Martin Amidu was appointed and Martin came and said to us, the entire nation, that this president is the mother serpent of corruption, and this administration are the very people doing the corrupt things in Ghana. The whole of Ghana is a crime scene. You thought Martin Amidu was delusional. Some people labeled him mad. Martin Amidu was labeled as mad. He was labeled better when he makes statements. Kishie Jaben, today you have seen the true colors of Akufo Addo, the mother serpent of corruption, and his cronies. Today, you believe that very soon a murderer will even take us to court. A murderer will have more power than the person is even murdered and be that bold and rather take you to court. That is the kind of Ghana we're talking about now. Now you believe us. And Nigerians have a way of saying it, and normally I love it. They said, Na who kosa? Na who kosa? Kusie jabe. Na who kosa? We have pampered these people. We have sat there and watched them do notorious things. Look at Cecilia Dapa's case. Look at how Paul Adomochri is using his platform to fight you, the special prosecutor. The name calling of you, label you also. These people only appointed you as a camouflage. They appointed you for you to stay there as if you are working. That was why they appointed you. They never appointed you for you to actually look into investigation that goes against their party. No. They wanted you to come and actually begin to look at investigation that will go against the opposition NDC, not the NPP. That is why these people appointed you. You see that, man? That is why. Today, you have seen the reality. And I'm happy. At the moment, all you have to do, to say that, Ben, as you said, you're not a quitter, you don't want to quit. You want to see your appointment through. Fair enough. But begin to make notes of events, everything that is happening, everything, every obstacle that they've put on your way to frustrate the things that you want to do. Just start making notes, because there is always a time and a place when you will have your moment and also speak for Ghanaians to hear. Akufo Addo, and this NPP administration. Minche, I'll be very snap tonight. I'm gonna go through things very, very quickly. Now let's have a look at our dearest sister. Yesterday, Osla demonstrated her arrogance, her menyamehu, hence mimbu obia at Parliament. And let's hear her.
In this house today, there is nothing before the house. So, as you indicated to the minister that we are not yet there, I was of the opinion that you would tell the colleagues on the other side that there's nothing before us. I have no idea what the references are being made.
Were you here from the very beginning?
Bear with me 1 sec. I'll put this back on. Apologies. Let's start again.
Were you here from the very beginning?
No, I've been here since morning.
Please, you've been here since morning?
I've been here since morning. I've been here from the very beginning. Today, I was
so
here.
Why did you say
when
no?
The prayers were being
if you were
said.
here, why did you say no?
I have been here all morning. I had no idea what you meant by what we're debating in this house today. There is nothing before the house. So, as you indicated to the minister that we are not yet there, I was of the opinion that you would tell the colleagues on the other side that there's nothing before us. I have no idea what the references are being made.
Were you here from the very beginning?
My understanding is that...
Were you here from the very beginning?
No, I've been here since morning.
Please, you've been here since morning?
I've been here since morning. I've been here from the very beginning. Today, I was
so
here.
So why did you say
when
no?
The prayers were being
if you were
said.
here, why did you say no?
I have been here all morning. I had no idea what you meant by the very beginning. But I have been here. I was here before you entered the chamber. I was here for prayers. I have been here throughout.
Minister, do you really listen to yourself when you are talking?
Yes, I do. I weigh my words very carefully before I speak.
If you were here from the very beginning before we started, and I asked you, were you here from the very beginning? You said no. Then you continue. And now you are telling me you were here even before I entered.
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
Yes,
I've been
so
here
it meant that
before
you
you
are
entered.
not listening to
I
yourself.
had no idea what you meant by very beginning. I haven't been here this week. This is my first time I'm appearing in the House this week. I've been here since the beginning of proceedings today. And I do listen to myself very carefully and weigh my words carefully before I speak. You don't think so? You are entitled to your opinion. But I beg to differ.
Honorable Minister, this is not the Ministry of Communications. This is Parliament.
I'm very well aware of that, sir.
Resume your seat.
Apologies, my mic was muted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolutely gobsmacked. I'm shocked, Oslausu. The arrogance of that woman. The arrogance is our father. And you know what? Today, she's putting on weight. Today, Oslausu, she has put on weight. And she's being referred to as our dearest sister by these mafias. That she's doing a good job for them. Hence the arrogance. Oslausu. And I'm very happy the Speaker of Parliament have put her into her place. I believe when Ursula was a student, she might have had issues as a student in class. The minister asked a question. Were you here from the very beginning? You said no. And then you went on and said yes. The minister then went on and asked you, when you speak, do you listen to yourself? You said, yes, I do. And I weigh my words very carefully before I pronounce them. Okay, fair enough. The minister then went and said, I asked you, were you here from the very beginning? You said no. Then you said yes. He said, I don't know what you mean by the very beginning. So what you should have done was when the minister asked you, were you here from the very beginning, where you were confused what the very beginning meant, you should have said, well, what do you mean by the very beginning? Please clarify. Beginning of the week or from today's proceedings? It's as simple as that. And the minister, the speaker, would have clarified it. But you got yourself confused. You got yourself tangled. You got yourself confused. And then you went on that attitude, that negative attitude towards the speaker, or said the end. Wow. Look, let's be truthful to ourselves. Even when your son or your daughter say something or ask a question that you don't understand, you're not gonna say or sit there. Very disrespectful. Or sit there. In other words, who is he? No cry or sit there. Look, that's like you're not doing yourself any favors at all. you are not doing yourself any favors at all. You are actually disgracing your parents, the parents that brought you up. The parents that brought you up. The very parents that brought you up. You are disgracing them. You have no humility. And I'm happy the speaker told you it's not the Ministry of Communication. That where you were, it's not the Ministry of Communication. You can go and bulldozer your way through your mobile registration, rate registrations, and bulldozer your way through with the telecoms and what have you. That is where Ubetime do push. You can exhibit those things over there. And unfortunately, I've heard certain people, there's a mixed feeling or mixed understanding that people were saying, oh, the speaker too is treating them like a children. The speaker hasn't treated them like a children. In parliament, the speaker is the headmaster. The speaker runs the show. Those of you who doesn't know how speakers behave and act, try and watch when we have Prime Minister's Questioning Time once a week on BBC, where you will have Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer, and then you will have a lot of the MPs, both houses, both left and right, are there. And let any of them or any of the ministers misbehave, and you will see how hard the speaker, the United Kingdom Speaker of Parliament, goes after them. The last time he instructed somebody to get out if they're not ready to listen. When who was actually talking? That was just last week. It was the shadow minister, the shadow minister of finance. The shadow minister of finance. When she was challenging the budget with Jeremy Hunt, and somebody was talking over her, the speaker told the person to step out. And then the shadow minister goes, it doesn't bother me. And then the speaker goes, even though it doesn't bother you, it bothers me. Hence, the person should walk out if they're not ready to be quiet and listen. These NPP, Akufo Addo, Bawumia administration they are not governing, they are ruling. They are not governing, they are ruling. They are ruling with a rod in their hands. Still rod. Because there is the arrogance, there is no humility. Why? Because they've done shady deals. They've acquired so much wealth. They think they're on top of the world. They are on top of the world. And they exhibit this. You see it in their communication to Ghanaians. You see it in their communication to the opposition. Now you see it in their communication to even the Speaker of Parliament. It's uncalled for. It's pathetic. How did we get here? Why? Because we had a crop of people that never thought they will get to where they are, and suddenly they've gotten there. So they see themselves as they've arrived. Suddenly they've arrived. This is serious. Sometimes I sit back and I watch Ghana and I look at what has happened for the past 7 years and I ask myself, what have we done to ourselves as Ghanaians? What have we done to ourselves as Ghanaians? Just listen to Akufo Addo this week. Listen to Akufo Addo. I didn't load that. I should have loaded that and put it here, but I'll put it on my page. Listen to Akufo Addo this week. Akufo Addo. Listen to Akufo Addo. Shocking. The choice of words from a president. You, Akufo Addo, you sat there for Owusu Bempah, who is a member of your party, part of your communication or whatever. Gave notice to police to go and picket. In other words, picket and demonstrate at opposition leader John Dramani Mahame's office with regards to an Airbus scandal. A private office. Somebody's private space. But you know why I'm not surprised? Because the youth of some of the youth of the NPP went into UTV uninvited. They forced themselves in. That is why I'm not surprised. That is why I'm not surprised. And when Owusu Bempah was going from radio station to radio station, talking about the date that he was going to picket at John Dramani Mahame's office and what have you, none of the elders in NPP opened their mouth and said to him, hey, or called him into order. Nobody did that. You watched him because at that time, he was acting in favor of your party. So it was all fine. You guys are setting certain precedents. And believe you me, these things will come back and bite every single one of you. It will come back. It will come back. And I'm so happy. Look, the members of the NDC and the NDC youth, they are not timid. You cannot intimidate them. So they also got up and said, that is fine. You come and pick it. On that very day, we will also do a cleanup exercise. We are going to actually clean up the area. We have a cleanup exercise. So they organized themselves. So when they got there, now you refuse to turn up. As a president, the father of the nation, you should have even stopped this from happening. But I'm not surprised because the president, Akufo Addo himself, Akufo Addo, were we not here when his own friend called and said, I'm worried for Akufo Addo to be a president. I can't sleep at night. I'm worried that we're going to hand this country to Akufo Addo. I'm worried. I cannot sleep at night. His own friend. He's very, very, very aggressive. Very aggressive, Akufo Addo. Cutting a long story short, because of that, Owusu Bempah and his NPP could not pick it. They ran away. They disappeared. They were nowhere to be found. Listen to a statement that the father of a nation, the president, has released. I didn't load it. I should have. It is my earnest hope that the machetes and the weapons brandished last week at the residence of the NDC presidential candidate, former President John Mahama, are not signs of things to come in the run-up of the 2024 elections. If it is, I can assure them that they will find no success with them. I want to state for the record that under my watch, no person or group of persons, no matter their political coloration, will destabilize our country nor destroy the peace that all of us are enjoying. It will not happen. Akufo Addo, I'm asking you a simple question as an uncle. When Owusu Bempah was going about picketing in the private quarters of the former president, did you hear about it? Did the NPPs hear about it? Who authorized him? What advice was given to him? You could have given this advice to Owusu Bempah to start with. This advice, what you've written there, trying to make it look, you are a president of the people. Yes, we respect that. The people voted you into power, but you are not God, Akufo Addo. Calm down, Akufo Addo. Because one day, you have one more year. Your term will end, and you will also be a citizen. Don't act like as some motorists do. When some motorists are driving and they see pedestrians, whether it's raining or there is a puddle, they forget that they don't drive all the time. Or even if they drive every day, it gets to a point they have to also park their cars and walk, and they become pedestrians. Respect pedestrians. That is exactly what Akufo Addo is doing here. You need to respect the citizens and respect opposition, because you will be in opposition as well. You have been in opposition before. You were not treated like this, and you will be in opposition again. For Christ's sake. Come on. Come on. Ghana na emodiana. Ghana emodi. You guys should tell us whether Ghana is being sold to you guys. So we know Ghana is sold to you. Everybody else should pack and leave. It's like Owusu is exhibiting arrogance. The president himself is exhibiting arrogance. Ministers are exhibiting arrogance everywhere. Why? Ghanaians are tired. Ghanaians are tired of this NPP administration or NPP regime, I'll call it. It's not administration, it's a regime. Ghanaians are tired of this regime. And we can't wait to see the back of it. We cannot wait to see the back of it. We are tired of it. Watch. Let me put this video on. Let's all of us watch this minister. He's not stopping because his bosses are not stopping. So why will he stop?
We get quality for our money that we are paying. So I thank Nanado's government. I thank MPP government. that he thinks about the people. He wants to do real things to change people's lives. As I said, not to go and farm in the night and leave your wife that you have paid so much money to marry. You know, somebody was telling me that in Bolga here, to marry, you have to pay. I thought it was the Boku area that you have to pay cows. In Bolga here, you have to pay four cows. Depends on how beautiful the woman is. You see this lady looking beautiful like this, you even have to add. You understand? And then also you have to bring more guinea fowls and all that. Papa, and I'll marry this young, nice woman in my house. And then in the night, that me too, I can talk to her, sit down. In those days, our parents will be telling us stories. That is very important for us to grow with. You say I should leave all that and then go and farm in the night. Have you heard this before? Have you heard this before? And then there is something that somebody also said, oh, sack the minister. Because even this thing that we are talking, even we can do it during the day. Hey, Papa, they are bringing something very different here. We have always been sleeping with our wives in the night, not during the day. Me, I grew up, I'm a local boy. Not that. Because during the day, your children are going to school. What about if your child forgets something, a book in the house? And he want to come back for the book. He comes back and you are there on the mother. He will say, Father, you are killing my mother for me. So these things are very serious matters that we need to think about. So I think that we are just saying and telling our fathers and mothers that they should not allow anybody to come and destroy the things that we have always been enjoying.
Also on meat. Isn't this sad? You envy the West. Sometimes you wonder how the West have developed their country and the system so much and where they are, how their economy runs better, they have better reserves. Everything that they do, they can get a result. Do you think, okay, that all of them, the people in the West, their system was designed just to work during the 8 hours a day and come home and sleep and just have sex with their wives and their girlfriends in the night, all of them? They would have had the system that they've had. They would have had the reserves and the banks and financial companies that they have, so that when you are in need, you go to them and then they give you money. When you are in need, you go to them and they give you money. As you are sleeping by your girlfriend or by your wife, majority of them are sitting behind their PCs working. They are improving their markets. They are improving their currencies, improving the living standards of their people, chopping and changing. Do you know, go about and make hilarious comment? They think it was funny. They think it was funny. They were laughing. You guys are laughing. Look, you are laughing now, but you don't realize where these kind of statements have taken this country. It has set Ghana back 100, 200, 300 years. You don't get it, do you? It could be lack of exposure. Don't make you guys understand and see the worrying things that we're talking about. It's worrying. Personally, when I see things like this, my heart bleeds. Because I ask myself, the minds of the citizens are not even there yet. So how could anybody even take them there? And it, in reference, it takes me back to the scriptures. When Moses was leading the Israelites from Egypt to Israel, if you were to walk it, because they were doing that journey on foot from Egypt to Israel, could have taken them maybe a month or two by foot for them to get there. But it took them how many years? Why? Because the minds of the people were not ready and prepared. Their hearts were not prepared. Their minds were not prepared. So God wanted to prepare their hearts and their minds. And the only way to prepare their hearts and their minds was to ask the leader to take them round. If you look at how many years it took them to actually arrive at Israel, then maybe God took them round the world trip. They walked around the world. God actually took them on a round the world trip. And you know what that means? To prepare their heart and their minds. Yes, till they got to Israel, and their minds and their hearts were not prepared, because Moses left them and said, hey, I'm going to seek the face of God and come back with the commandments. When Moses got back with the commandments, they are worshiping idols already. And sometimes this scripture reminds me of Ghana. The minds and the hearts of the people, majority of the people, are not prepared. That is why you will fix something nice today. You will clean a street today. Tomorrow, somebody will dump something on the floor. You will put beans on the street today. Somebody will come and take the beans, and then, or what do they call it? The metal drainage that they put over the gutters. People, these guys will go and take that metal drainage and then go and sell it as a scrap metal. The minds are not prepared. But if you come to Europe, the minds and the hearts of the majority of the people, I would say 99% of the people, their heart and their minds are prepared. 99%. Their hearts and their minds are prepared. So the same drainage system, the metals, you will see them that they are there. Nobody is taking them. Why? Because the majority, and when you have a system whereby the majority of the people's hearts and their minds are prepared, what then happens is they control the 1% whose minds and hearts are not prepared. So when somebody is fooling, it will take a citizen for them to even go and say, what you are doing is wrong. That is why they have something called citizen arrest. You can arrest the person even before the enforcers come. The minister delivering the message, he is lost already. But I expect the people the message was being delivered to standing there to actually not see as funny, but say something positive or ask a question. Let that minister answer the questions that you guys will ask. But rather, they stood there and they laughed. This NPP is gone nuts. NPP, they've gone nuts. The leader's heart is not in the country. The ministers, the president, all the way to those ministers, their heart is not there in the country. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. I'm who say we are more be grandma. It's sad though. It's very sad. Every time the NDC and John Dramani Mahama are bringing something good to Ghanaians, Bugu. Compare Baumier's idea of blue economy. Blue economy. It's funny. And then compare John Mame's idea of 24-hour economy. You can check the definition of blue economy. Check the definition of 24-hour economy. Look at the practicality of both economic strategies. And then ask yourself, based on the practicality of these economic strategies, which one is best suited for Ghana? Of course, it's the 24-hour economy. And then look at even the characteristics, the aesthetics of the blue economy and the 24-hour economy. And then ask yourself, why are Ghanaians not embracing it? Why will anybody even push back? Ghanaians have embraced it, but why will even people in opposition kick back against it? Why? Because they are in opposition sake. We are opposition party sake. If it goes well, it's not us who will be in government. So for that reason, let's throw it away. But look at the definition of blue economy. All the blue economy means is aqua economy. Resources from maritime. Can resources from maritime solves Ghana problem? No, it can't. It can't. Even the resources from maritime alone cannot solve England, United Kingdom. It cannot solve their problem. But United Kingdom have the most, what is the word I'm looking for? They have the most richest water bodies in the world, especially, okay, let me say in Europe. The richest water body in Europe. What I mean by that is, within the United Kingdom's water body, there are far more better fishes than any other European country. That is why the French boats come to their waters to come and catch fish. That is why when European Union were during the Brexit, when they were coming out of the European Union, the deal that they were trying to make, they did a deal for the other European countries to be able to have access to the United Kingdom's water. Why? Because it's a small island and then they have sea all around them. And the sea around them have the richest fishes in the whole of the continent. And even with that, their blue economy, their maritime aqua economy cannot sustain the country. It is not going to take that country anywhere. How much more Ghana? Our maritime and our blue economy is just from the south, the southern part of Ghana. This tells you, this NPP, they do not have a brain cell to boost our economy or to recover our economy. They don't have it. They do not have it. And then a minister will speak like this and prefer to sleep with their wives rather than urging some of the citizens to work, do shift hours. You do nice, you boost economy, you improve your living standard as individual. No, because we want to sleep. Ghana, we cannot eat our cake and still have it. We cannot eat our cake and still have. And you hear the poverty a bit barriers. Those of you who have families in Europe and America or developed countries, when you are calling them and asking them for money, ask them what they do. Some of them work around the clock for them to be able, because they are living double lives. They are living their lives, paying the expenditure here. They're living lives back home, building houses and sending you guys money. You think they do 8 hours and they go to sleep by their wives? You guys are having a laugh. Look, there should be a change of attitude. A change of attitude. It's only a fool who does one thing and not succeed and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Why would anybody do that? You've tried one thing over the years. You don't succeed. You know something has to give. You know that. For you to have a breakthrough or for you to get the result that you're looking for, what do you have to do? There are certain fundamentals that you need to change and embrace. It's as simple as that. Let's try 24 hours economy. Let's see how much the country will be able to generate in addition to our day economy, GDPs. Let's see how much. Whether that might even help resolve some of our forest issue, whether that will help resolve and raise the living standard of our citizens. We haven't even tried it. Then we begin to kick against it. Typical NPP. Let's watch it again.
1.5, so that we get quality for our money that we are paying. So I thank Anado's government, I thank NPP government that he thinks about the people. He wants to do real things to change people's lives. As I said, not to go and farm in the night and leave your wife that you have paid so much money to marry. You know, somebody was telling me that in Bolga here, to marry, you have to pay. I thought it was the Boku area that you have to pay cows. In Bolga here you have to pay four cows. Depends on how beautiful the woman is. You see this lady looking beautiful like this, you even have to add. You understand? And then also you have to bring more guinea fowls and all that. Papa, and I will marry this young, nice woman in my house. And then in the night, that me too, I can talk to her, sit down. In those days, our parents will be telling us stories. That is very important for us to grow with. You say I should leave all that and then go and farm in the night. Have you heard this before? Have you heard this before? And then there is something that somebody also said, oh, sack the minister. Because even this thing that we are talking, even we can do it during the day. Hey, Papa, they are bringing something very different here. We have always been sleeping with our wives in the night, not during the day. Me, I grew up, I'm a local boy. Not that. Because during the day, your children are going to school. What about if your child forgets something, a book in the house? And you want to come back for the book? he comes back and you are there on the mother. He will say, Father,
Very pathetic. No wonder majority of you guys are poor. No wonder. Majority of you guys are poor. You want luxury. You want to sleep in the night. Let me tell you something. The extremely successful people in the West, okay, majority of them don't even get 6 hours sleep. Some of them don't eat sleep for 2-3 days. I know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, especially if you go people who work within the finance sector, like investment banking, Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan, those big equity companies, they are the movers and shakers of the world economy. These are the people who, at the end of the year, could be paid a bonus of 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million, 15 million. Do you think they sleep to make that money? I know some of them that will have a conversation and say, if you haven't slept for 3 days, because they fly from country to country, country to country, country to country. They are on the phone 24/7, even when they are not in the office or they are not in a meeting. But by the time they get home, they are shattered. They only have a minimum interaction with their wives and children and dinner, 2, 3, 4 hours. They have to hit the bed. And then 4 a.m. they up again, gone. Lazy, very lazy. Until we begin to kick that traditional, oh, we've always been sleeping with our wives during the day. Sorry, during the night, but not during the day. And then begin to encourage our young ones that, look, some of you can work in the night, do also work in the day, and then do a part-time in the night, or work in the night and then do a part-time in the day to try to change your circumstances. NPP, stop preaching the devilish philosophy to Ghanaians. NPP and this minister, stop preaching the devilish philosophy to Ghanaians. Encourage the young ones. Show them the way. Hard work pays. We are too lazy. That is why many of you go into government and all you seek for is to enrich yourself quick by doing dubious deals, corrupt ways. Today, look at the OSP crying. Special prosecutor himself is bleeding, calling himself Maye Ankwanoma. Miye niameti mi mimbre so anameko. Kizia Jabin. Why? Because Kusi Ejabin has come to the reality. Now he has actually seen what Martin Amidi was talking about when we speak about the mother serpent of corruption. Good evening to you, my dearest brother, Ozechan. I hope you well. Now Kusi Ejabin has seen it. You see, I've realized that, look, the task in front of him, the snake and sons. I don't have, I have the snake and sons video here. I haven't uploaded it. I will have played it. I want in back. The snake and sons. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. The Akufo Addo. Let me tell you, Akufo Addo is the kingpin of mafia. Akufo Addo is the kingpin. You very soon will be doing the Ejapadia document with my brother Ouswecha and other communicators. We will be breaking down the Ejapadia document, and what we are going to do is we're going to compare everything that is happening now in our world, the world of Ghanaians, the shady deals, the Osla Owusu and all her behavior and arrogance, because she's been empowered to do so. It's all in the Ejapadia document. We are going to show you from page or paragraph to paragraph, page by page, paragraph by paragraph, page by page. We are going to lay it bare before every single one of you. We are going to lay. When we talk about kingpin of corruption, is Akufo Addo. He's the epitome. I'm not going to talk Sebe in this because it is what it is. Baumia works. He's the Koliko. He's a puppet. If Baumia comes and rule Ghana, it's not Baumia ruling. He's the puppet, Koliko, and then Baumia will be instructed what to do. Ghanaians, open your eyes. Open your eyes, because we have somebody whose primary aim is to enrich himself and his family and make sure he calls the shot in Ghana for years to come. And we should not allow this to happen. We should not allow this. Today, I saw a headline about the former Chief Justice talking about the lithium laws or agreement, that something has to be changed in the agreement with the lithium. And I've always said this lithium that they've seen in Western region, that they are rushing to come out with agreement and sign these agreements, and then and the minister comes and say all kind of things. These people have something under their sleeves. I've always said that. They always come. These people, they have never gotten. They always come and rule. They will come and rule and make sure they are rich enough and they leave their sin. When they rich themselves enough, they leave their sin. They use that money to educate their own children, knowing and hoping that one day one of these children will come back and rule Ghana again. So it's a cycle. And then the ordinary Ghanaian, the system is being set in a way that you will not be able to compete with the elite. So you are always on the floor. And they will come over and over and over and over and rule over you. Why should it be like that? It's a very unfair system. Ghana is not a poor country. Ghana, as it is, by location and natural resources, is a very rich country. So why are the inhabitants poor is the question. As soon as you talk, people say the leaders, the leaders. These people are not leaders. I have a book entitled What Leaders Really Do. Because if you are a leader, you have a leadership qualities. Every single leader with a great leadership qualities try to look for what is great among his people and lead his people. What is the meaning of leadership? You know, when you see swan flying, you see one ahead of it, of the flock, and then the rest are following. And the first one ahead, whatever the first one does, is what the rest will do. And the direction where the first one will fly is where the rest follow suit. That is called leadership. Leaders, what leaders really do. Leadership looks after you. When somebody is a leader, they make sure that your right is protected. They make sure that when something happens to even one person, investigation will be held and make sure they get to the bottom of it. A leader will not raise the country's finances and bring the country's economy on its knees and then go and borrow. A leader will not leave his citizens to suffer like this. Meanwhile, he goes to bed with his belly full and his children's bellies full. That is not leadership. These people are not leaders. These people are nation wreckers. They are nation wreckers. They came to steal and to kill. It's exact description what the Bible gives to the devil is what these people are. What scriptures, the exact description scriptures labels the devil. That the devil comes to steal and destroy. It's a exact description. Look at everything they've done and tell me if I'm wrong. We shouldn't be doing this. Sometimes I ask myself that when these people go to bed at night, are they able to sleep with a good conscience? Look at Oslausu. Let's watch a video again.
Dear, what we're debating in this house today, there is nothing before the house. So, as you indicated to the minister that we are not yet there, I was of the opinion that you would tell the colleagues on the other side that there's nothing before us. I have no idea what the references are being made.
Were you here from the very beginning?
My understanding is that...
Were you here from the very beginning?
No, I've been here since morning.
Please, can you... You've been here since morning?
I've been here since morning. I've been here from the very beginning. Today, I was
here.
So
why did you say
when
no?
The prayers were being
if you were
said.
here, why did you say no?
I have been here all morning. I had no idea what you meant by the very beginning. But I have been here. I was here before you entered the chamber. I was here for prayers. I have been here throughout.
Minister, do you really listen to yourself when you are talking?
Yes, I do. I weigh my words very carefully before I speak.
If you were here from the very beginning before we started, and I asked you, were you here from the very beginning? You said no. Then you continue. And now you are telling me you were here even before I entered.
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
Yes,
I've been
so
here
it meant that
before
you were
entered.
not listening to
I
yourself.
had no idea what you meant by very beginning. I haven't been here this week. This is my first time I'm appearing in the House this week. I've been here since the beginning of proceedings today, and I do listen to myself very carefully and weigh my words carefully
I don't think
before
so.
I speak.
I don't
You don't
think
think
so.
so?
Please.
You are entitled to your opinion, but I beg to differ.
Honorable Minister, this is not the Ministry of Communications. This is Parliament.
I'm very well aware of that, sir.
Resume your seat.
Very shameful. Extremely shameful. Ossidian. Asking Katie Hammond, say Ossidian, but you were standing there, you were doing the exchanges with the speaker. So whatever the speaker was saying, and I said, Brofonus want it. Because when you hear from the very beginning, you got it confused. And then the minister asked further questions, was Ossidian. She got it. This NPP regime, they have gone mass from Katie Hammond. But Katie Hammond, he's trying to put, you don't worry, his time will come. His time, Katie Hammond, his time will come. Katie Hammond. From Katie Hammond to Osla Owusu to this Abu guy to the president, you name it, all these people, Paula Domochiri, very disrespectful bunch of people. I've always said that these people are all cut from the same tree, including the Bahumia himself. Very disrespectful, Bahumia. The way Bahumia denigrates John Mahama and disrespect him. And then the same John Mahama teams and come back and say, oh, the denigration of Bahumia is too much. It's uncalled for. Sometimes I sit back and I laugh. Have you forgotten where John Mahama was invited to come to mosque and then Bahumia made a joke about him that why is he there for? Because he wants vote. And called him Malam John. A few moments later, Bahumia is the one running around churches. Pastor Bahumia. Hey, prosperity will judge all of you. It will judge all of you. It doesn't matter how you guys try to confuse the ordinary Ghanaian. There is absolutely no way the wise, good people of Ghana will throw away the 24-hour economy, which will save them. There is absolutely no way. There is absolutely no way. Because right from the beginning, the people of Ghana have said they've sold their color television and they've ended up using the same money, even they have to top up to go and buy black and white, which is your Akufo Addo and Bahumia. Visionless. 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 Look, the good news is 2024 is around the corner. We have a year to go. before election. A year to go. We are going to see a lot of these behavior, attitude. We are even going to see worse things. But the good news is we are now on the home straight. We're not far from reaching our goal of voting them out. A lot of this attitude will be shown. A lot of their madness will be shown. A lot of thievery will go on. A lot of demonstration of authority will, like what Akufo Addo, the president, have just issued, will go on. A lot of these nasty things that will make our blood boils and we sit back and we want to act. It will go on. But in all things, let's stay disciplined. Let's stay very disciplined. Very disciplined. Because that day will surely come. That day will surely come. And Ghanaians, for the first time, let's vote. Let's vote. Let's vote that there should be no way from all the regions. Look, the NPP has failed us. If sometimes I wonder how people can still even wear NPP shirt and say I'm NPP. I don't get it. Personally, I do not get it sometimes. Because everything around us is gone. NPP, no, almost the Ejabe 2 cronim, they are burning Ghana alive. Ghana is gone. They are ready. They've destroyed the middle class. Now you tell me who are the middle class in Ghana? What financial power do they have as a middle class? When inflation is gone through the roof. What financial power do you have? And this inflation was artificially created by them with their Bank of Ghana governor, Addison. Once businesses have been intentionally collapsed, banks, you tell me who are the middle class now as we speak? There's no middle class. Because the middle class who had some of their investment in government bonds have been reduced to shreds. And these were all planned before they came to power. Every single thing was planned. It's all in the Japanese document. Planned before they came to power. It will surely end. That is our hope. That is our hope. Our hope is it will surely end. It will surely end. It won't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. And that is a hope. And thankfully, Ghana, we have something. We have John Dramani Mahama. The stone that, well, was not regarded or was rejected is now becoming the head of the corner, they say. The bad things that these people said, the bad things, the name calling, and then we gave them the authority to take in charge of the hand. A serious. Sometimes I sit back and I ask myself, how? We've seen governments upon government, but we've never seen anything like it, like what we are witnessing today. It is well. I'm going to end here. God bless Ghana. God bless the NDC. God bless John Dramani Mahama. Pardon me, I forgot to wish him a happy birthday at the start of this broadcast. I should have done that. Massive happy birthday to you. Happy blessed birthday to you. May God continue to protect you. May He touch your mouth and put His words into your mouth, as He did to Jeremiah. May you grant you wisdom as He did to Solomon. May He, most importantly, grant you the desire to lead your people out of poverty until He calls you to His bosom. Good night, and God bless us all. Bye now.
Eja Suzuza Arise for Ghana, a patron of the land, forward and seek your future, development our God. From victory to victory, the NDC shall lead. Able Democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. From victory to victory, the NDC shall lead. Able Democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. Eja bana Victory is our land. Victory is our land. JJ is a winner. Arise for Ghana, of the truck of the land. Forward and secure future, development our goal. From victory to victory, the NDC shall lead. Stable Democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. From victory stable democrat. Ghana, I was 20 unity from